it comes to musical theater, what inspires me as a director the most in every show is utmost the music. It's the orchestration. If that orchestration can inspire me as I'm listening to it as I'm driving around in the car, or as I'm sitting in my desk in my office, or as I'm bebopping around my house, it's the orchestration that must inspire me first. And from that, I am drawing pictures in my head. I am seeing characters come to life before I've ever done any casting. So I must listen to the orchestration of cast albums with no exaggeration, at least 100 times before I ever cast a show, because that's where I draw my inspiration.
I started when I was about 3. Well, I've been doing choreography. I'm now in my 47th year as a choreographer. You know, it's a magical world because you really are making something from nothing. I mean, absolutely something from nothing is a lot of fun. And then watching the people that are doing it interpret it in their way and bringing something to it is a lot of fun.
For this show, a lot of my inspiration actually came through conversations with Mark Howison and Mrs. Cooper about sort of going back to some of the original feel of this story. Again, it's a Disney story and we have to meet the expectations of little ones, but at the same time, we're taking this in some ways back to that sort of original Grimm's idea. And what was interesting to me was creating something that didn't necessarily fall into the pink and purple trappings of that Disney palette.
My favorite piece to design for the show was Belle's gold dress. Before coming to work in theater, I actually majored in fashion merchandising, so fashion has always been a really big inspiration for me when it comes to design work. I definitely wanted to keep in mind the classic and iconic elements of Belle's gold dress, and really anticipating, taking into consideration what people would want to see, but also wanting to bring just a different perspective to that. I wanted it to fit within the world, but still feel really magical, not just historically inspired by our time period.
Whenever I teach a show, it's really important to me to let the actors take their character and let those choices inform the music. And so we get a lot of fun ideas in music rehearsals, things that I wouldn't have thought of that a different character is bringing to their song, or to how they would say this or speak this. And to me, that's completely fine. They know their character better than I do. And so I want them to have that freedom. Because of course, once you take a song out of the rehearsal room, put it on stage, it's going to feel very different, and the actor is going to have more of a sense of what that moment feels like during that song. So that's also their time to experiment with, do I want to sing that? Do I want to speak it? Do I want to get really loud here or be more introspective here?
Challenges for us are not challenges, they're opportunities for creativity. And so that has really excited us, actually, as a creative team.
I think one of the most interesting challenges is our opening sequence for this show, which is
a surprise. But no, it's a challenge.
Because it's a great sequence. You're going to love to see it.
But hopefully for the audience, it will just seem like this creative moment of wonder, and the idea that it's challenging won't even appear to them at all.
This show in particular took a lot of redesign to really capture the vision.
Challenges that we've sort of encountered designing this one is always trying to meet audience expectation while still creating our own vision for the show.
Beauty and the Beast is a pretty well-known piece, and it presents some challenges from a design point of view because everyone has a pretty good idea about what they want to see from Beauty and the Beast. That makes it interesting to give it a new twist, to give it a new slant, to give it a new look that people haven't seen before.
We just hope that audiences will come and enjoy this part of storytelling with us. It's a moment for a community to come together and partake in one storyline of truth, one storyline of love, one storyline of wonderment that will hopefully then inspire people in their own lives. So this is my invitation to you to come celebrate with us. Come celebrate stories. Come celebrate literature. Come celebrate family. Come celebrate dreams. Come with us to the Tower Theater and enjoy a moment of wonder.